Okay. You were kind of whipping them pretty good in that first half, but it was still only 17-7. There were some mistakes in there with the penalties, and then you guys kind of came out with your hair on fire to start that second half. What did you say during halftime? It seemed like you really cleaned things up.
We did talk. You're pretty observant there. We talked about our effort was good, but our execution and just some of the things that we needed to clean up. They have good players, and we needed to make sure we executed and make them go the long, hard way. I really thought a real key point in the game was to reestablishing the momentum. UNLV chose to go for it on fourth, and I thought was probably medium, 5 yards or something like that. And as a result, we were able to convert there. That's like a turnover, and then we went down and scored. We talked about reestablishing the momentum, and that certainly did. Okay, with technology here, can somebody look at the screen, because I've got I can't see anybody's faces, and I've got a whole lot of, there we
Hey,
go.
Tracy, why don't you go ahead?
No, go ahead. I got it. Tracy, go ahead.
Sure, Coach, how much, you get Kroll and Harris both back in the starting role. You were a little uncertain early in the week whether they'd be ready. That had to be a little bit of a lift for you guys?
It was a huge lift. Those are seasoned players, and Garrett's one of our captains and has gone through so much, getting his foot healed, and then he got contact traced and sat down for another 14 days, and it was great to see him out there, and then to have Logan in the trenches, and two veteran players. This adds so much more stability and leadership to our football team, because we are, I think, a fairly young team, and to have two older guys like that, and their presence on the field, it sends a sense of steadiness to some of our younger players. Davis.
Craig, you said earlier in the week you were concerned about some of the fundamentals after not playing for 3 weeks. Were you surprised at all that you guys came out and played that well, particularly up front?
I was not surprised about up front. I thought we've been doing some pretty robust competition in practice. What I was concerned about was our tackling. That was a little bit of a mixed bag tonight. We did miss a little bit more tackles than what we would like, but certainly our point of attack on both the defensive line and the offensive line, they were well up to par. I think, Cody, you're next.
Coach, I don't know if you have a status update on Xavier Bohl or not, but what can you say about Trey Smith? And, he's had such a long career, and for him to come in and have a career day like this, you got to feel good for that kid.
It was great. He certainly, our line did a great job of creating some holes, but there were a lot of plays, as you guys know. There was nothing there, and he kept his feet moving and legs driving and spun and made some great runs, and it was heartwarming to see him. We're in hopes that we'll have X back this next week, and having a 1-2 punch like that, and then also getting DeWyan in, and then Double B scored a touchdown. The old Natrona County guy goes in there and scores a touchdown. I think our sideline erupted. I hope the state of Wyoming erupted too. Did I say Cody, or should I say Casper? I said Natrona County, didn't I? Okay, I got it right. Thanks, Coach Harshman. Okay, who's up? Davis.
So, Craig, do you know what X's injury is, or the extent of it at this point?
No, they'll do some work when he gets back. They are going to MRI it, which says it could be somewhat significant. I'm in hopes that that's just a precaution, but we'll find out a lot more once they read the MRI. Michael.
Chad Buma was just all over the place today. I think he finished with 3 sacks, which was the most for anyone since Grant Anderson did it back in 2017. Was this the best game that you've seen him play?
I think so. However, we knew that there was going to be some weaknesses, and to blitz him at times, I thought our defensive coaches, Coach Swavell did a great job timing up some of those things, and it was great to see Chad make those plays. Cody?
No Victor Jones, no Cole Godbout. What can you say about these young guys on that defensive front?
Well, it's been really encouraging, because a lot of those guys, quite frankly, I knew who they were. I could somewhat pronounce their last names, and that's about all I knew. And, I think it's encouraging to see Coach English and Coach Caligus, the job that they've done with those young guys, because you're right, there are a lot of unknowns that have been called up. And the other thing I just want to say too, Justice Borton came back without a scholarship, and he adds so much to our football team, and guys like that embody what we're talking about. So between the young guys and a guy like Justice Borton, gets you fired up to go into the office and coach every day.